Okay, so this is intro number 4, and we've still got a couple more to go. We're getting now into the setup portion. The stuff that goes on in the back end that you can set up that allows or disallows people to do different things and stuff like that. So it's kind of into the technical stuff, and it's kind of into the important stuff. So stay tuned, and we will carry on. Hey, okay, so this is the intro to the fourth part where we're going to talk about workshops and what you can do, how you can set them up, and the difference between that and just a regular Zoom meeting. Um, and you'll really um, probably want to go ahead and bite the bullet, pay the $49 a month. If you know, if you're thinking about this at Hull seriously, you need the workshop component. You really do. So, without further ado, let's get started. Okay. Um, all right. So that is the meeting. If you want to, like, this is when you're scheduling a meeting. If you want to host a meeting immediately, if you want to turn on a meeting right away, let me get myself out of the way here. You can just click on this, host with video off, or just screen share. So I could have set this up just as a screen share, and then you wouldn't see my cute little face in the corner here, I think. Anyways, on to webinars. And so you have to purchase that $49 option to be able to set up a webinar. And I already kind of described what the differences are. With a webinar, you don't have all of your users blocking your screen while you're sharing your screen. Um, so if you're doing a slide presentation, you don't want a bunch of users in the way, right? Uh, and so it's worth paying the $49. And you can do it, you just want to set it up, do it for a month, and then at the end of the month say, no, I'm going to shut it down and maybe start again later, right? One of the other things, the features of webinars are tailored for managing large audiences with branding registration. Now, branding registration, yeah, branding is only done when you've logged 10 hosts or more. In other words, you're a corporation and you have 10 people that run Zoom meetings or more, then you can do branding and you can put in your logo and that kind of thing, or you can create a background that is specific to your company, all right? You can monetize your webinar with PayPal via Zapier. Now, I thought they were using Stripe as well as PayPal. But you have to set up a Zapier Zap, which takes the user's information and sends it to PayPal, and then sends them back to your screen. And that's obviously a little more technical than a lot of you might want to use, might want to set up. But that's where I come in. My job, my calling is really to be helping you guys get set up, get in front of your audience, find more people, because social networking is the way to go. It's the way now that we are going to be interacting with people in the future. This is a glitch right now, and this virus, the virus scare will go away, but still people have got now in their mind that social interaction isn't so much fun anymore because there's flu and there's colds and there's measles and the kids have got stuff. You don't want them to get stuff because you've been to a meeting with somebody who had something. And I think people are starting to get the idea, I might want to do more stuff online. And so we all have to start learning about that. Fortunately, for the last year and a half, that's what I've been doing. And I've spent a lot of money in training. Last year, I believe it was $60,000. So my job is to take that learning curve that I have been involved in and hand it off to you and teach you quickly how to get online, or actually manage it for you if you don't want to be involved in it. And I know there's lots of people who, I don't want to know anything about this stuff. I want somebody else to handle it for me. Anyways, recordings. So if you've done a recording, and you want to give people access to that recording, this is the recording that I did yesterday. Let's just have a quick look at it. Okay, so you get the idea. Now download a file, or how do I get out of here? Now I get back. Oh, I see. Okay. So yeah, when I clicked on that, what it did was opened up a new tab and started playing the video. And you can take and download that video and then upload it to YouTube. I have been trying to figure out a way to take, like, I can copy this shareable link, and that's what I'll be sharing with you in the recording that I'm doing right now. Is I'll be sending you a shareable link. But I was hoping to be able to take recordings like this, post them on YouTube, and share it from there to, Facebook and stuff like that. Anyways, I so far haven't been able to figure out how to do that. I'm not sure there's a way to go from Zoom to YouTube directly. I think I have to use up the bandwidth and download and then upload. And for me, that's an agonizing prospect because, that video yesterday was a 7-minute program. You can see it's 53 megabytes. This one today will be in the neighborhood of an hour. And so it's going to be a huge file. Anyways, I'm recording it on my home computer, and it actually will take about a half an hour to render, which is something that you need to be aware of. When you record on your own computer, when you close down the Zoom meeting, there will be a little screen pop up and say, do you want to save this video? If you ignore that, you'll lose it. Okay, just to be aware, you have to let Zoom software render that video, and then it'll ask you where you want to save it. And generally, I save it into the Zoom directory. and it'll save with, you know, the video, the name of the meeting, and the date and time stamp. Okay. So that's recordings. I hope there are no questions about that. Look, you guys, if you have questions, please message me. I am here for you. I want to help you out. I want you to get as much out of this as possible. If we were doing a, you know, if we're doing as I had planned, each of you would get a chance to say, hey, you know, I need to know about this, or ask me about that, or tell me this, or show me that, or can you go back through that again? Because I didn't quite catch it. I was, you know, doing whatever. Okay, so